Hey guys, John and I, maybe, are going to take you through a little workout here. Just as you guys are in your dorm rooms or apartments doing this kind of soft quarantine the first week of school. So I'll take you through everything, starting with warm up, go through the entire workout with you. So just keep it on play, let it keep rolling, and at the very end, I'll have a little bit of optional extra work in case you're wanting a little bit more. I'll have a workout every single day of the week that your coaches will help send on to you guys, and hopefully you enjoy them. Okay, so let's start off with just our normal warm up. Starting off on leg swings, front, back, side to side, 6 on each. Okay. Once you hit 6 on that leg, 6 on the other. And we'll go side to side. And 6 on the other. After that, let's go inverted hamstring, 6 on each side. And then dynamic quads, 6 on each. After that, we'll go that instep lunge plus a hamstring stretch. So wide base here, push that knee out at the bottom, pop up for a hamstring stretch, still 6 on each. After that, let's go leg cradles, 6 on each. Side to side lunge, 6 each side, staying down low. After that, let's go calf stretch, 6 on each. And then squat stand. Remember, you're getting a little bit wider than your squat stance. We're a little bit wider than your shoulders. Push those knees out at the bottom, trying to keep your heels flat. Chest is up tall. Push those knees out at the bottom. Pop up for a hamstring stretch. 6 on each of those. After that, let's go arm circles and swings. So 6 forward, 6 backward, 6 across, and then 6 overhead. All right, if you guys need to find a little space to do the workout, you shouldn't need a ton of space. If you got a yoga mat, feel free to lay it down on the floor. If you need something a little bit softer, we will do a little bit of half kneeling stuff and some plank variations. So if you want something soft underneath you, go ahead and pause the video and grab a towel or something like a sweatshirt or sweatpants, okay? After that, let's start up on front plank. Okay, we'll go down on our elbows for this. I will time you guys, tell you when to switch and everything that you're doing along the way, okay? So all you got to do is follow instructions here. All right, so like I said, let's start off on a front plank, down on our elbows. Make sure you're keeping flat back, core's engaged, squeeze your core, squeeze your glutes. Should stay flat the entire time. If you start feeling your low back, think about squeezing your belly button up towards the ceiling, okay? So front plank, here we go. Go. Going 30-second hold here. Keep squeezing, 10 seconds down. Halfway. 10 left. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right, next one is dead bugs. We're going 10 each on this one. The goal of this movement is to stay back completely flat on the ground as you extend an arm and a leg overhead, okay? So if your left leg goes out straight, your right arm is going out behind you, knocking out 10 each on this one, okay? So starting right here, hands right on your knees. When my left leg goes out straight, my right arm goes overhead, keeping back flat on the floor. Going 10 each on that one, okay? Okay. 10 each, 20 total. Make sure you're taking it nice and slow. Remember, goal is to keep that back completely flat on the floor. Don't let it come up as you extend out. Let's take a second, then we're going to go side plank. We're going to do side plank on our knees instead of on that foot, okay? So instead of being up on your feet, just going to be up on your knee. Let's start off on our left side, so left elbow is down, okay? Sorry, John's in the way and making some weird noises here. So knee's going to stay down the ground. You can keep your knees bent at about 90 degrees. Okay, and then just feet kind of hang out on the floor, or if you want to engage your glutes a little bit more, bring them off the floor a little bit. Okay, so let's go 20 seconds each side. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Pop it up. 20 seconds each side. My left knee is on the ground. Right knee is directly on top of it. Halfway. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let's switch sides. Same thing, other side. Right elbow down on the ground. Right knee down on the ground. Left knee stacked on top. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Go. Halfway. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Next one's going to be a hollow body hold. Okay, so you're going to get back flat on the ground just like we did on those dead bugs. Drop your legs down as far as you can while keeping your back flat. Okay, that's the important part. If your lower back starts to come off the floor or starts to arch too much, bring them up a little bit higher, and then your arms are just going to move back and forth. So it's kind of similar to that dead bug. Okay, we're going to go 30 seconds of this one. I'm going to time it as best I can. Okay, so let's go ahead, get set up right here. Drop those legs down as far as you can. Okay, and then your arms are just extending overhead and then coming back to your legs. Okay, go ahead and start that up if you haven't already. If you can drop your legs down a little bit lower, by all means go ahead. This is all I can do while keeping my back flat. Just keep rolling here. Almost done. Got 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, next one, let's go bird dog. So you're going to be down on all fours. We're going 10 each on this one. Okay, so down on all fours. Make sure your back's nice and flat, and it shouldn't be moving as you go throughout the movement. Okay, so you're starting right here. You're going to alternate legs. If your left leg goes out straight, your right arm goes out straight. Okay, so it's going to be 10 on each side. Make sure you're keeping that core nice and tight, not letting it move around. Opposite arm, opposite leg, core nice and tight. Going 10 on each or 20 total. Ten each, 20 total. Next one, we'll go a side lying hip abduction. Okay, let's start off on your left side. We're going to go 10 each side on this one. You can just kind of throw your left hand under your head to keep your head off the floor. Otherwise, you're going to completely straight line. Like I said, down on your left side, so left side's down on the ground. After that, let's go hand on your hip, right hand on your right hip. I want you guys to pull that right toe down and up towards your hips. Okay, so it kind of locks it into internal rotation, okay, with your toe pulled up towards your hips. Okay, we're going to go 10 reps of hip abduction, so keeping your back completely flat. Just raise that leg up. Should feel it right on the side of your hips, 10 each side. Take your time on these. After that, flip it over to the other side. So I'm on my right side. Left toe is pulled up towards my hips and then internally rotated. Going 10 on that side. All right, let's take a quick break. If you guys want to grab some water, grab some water. If you need to grab any other things to throw underneath you, go ahead. Next thing, we'll go through some different bear crawl hold variations, some different fire hydrant variations, and then we're going to finish up on a little bit of mobility. After that, like I said, there will be a little bit of optional extra work that you guys can do on your own after this recording is over. Okay, so if you're not back yet, let's go ahead and bring it back. Bear crawl hold. Okay, we did this one outside in the fall. If you join me for those workouts, I want you to start in that all fours position like we were on bird dogs, down on your knees and your hands. All you're going to do after that, pop your knees about 1 inch off the ground, and we're going to hold it just like we would on a plank. Okay, so we're going for a 30-second hold. Keep those knees just 1 inch off the ground. Keep your core nice and tight. Okay, let's go in 5 seconds. Go ahead and drop down to all four. 3, 2, 1. Pop it up. Knees are just 1 inch off the floor here. Going for a 30-second hold. Now 10 seconds down. Squeeze nice and tight. Halfway. 10 more. Barely off the ground still. If those hips are coming up, bring them back down. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right, next one. Fire hydrant circles are going forward. Okay, we'll go 10 on each side on this one. Let's start on your right side so you guys can see me a little bit better. Okay, let me demo from the side and then forward as well. So you're on all fours. It's fire hydrant circles forward. Okay, so you're going to start knee bent, kick back, rotate around. Okay, so if you want a few from the front here, it's kicking back first, rotate around, and then back up. Okay, let's go 10 on your right side. After that, 10 on your left. Should be nice and slow on these, okay? Go ahead and knock out 10 on your left. Still rotating forward. Should feel these on the side of your hip. All right, after that one, let's go a bear crawl hold plus shoulder touches. So it's going to be the exact same thing that we just did, but you're going to be right here. Alternate the shoulder taps. Okay, so your right hand is going to touch your left shoulder back down, left hand up towards your right shoulder, 10 on each, so 20 total. Make sure you're knocking these out nice and slow. Don't take it as fast as you can, okay? Bear crawl hold plus shoulder taps, 10 on each. Go ahead. Once you knock those out, we're going to do fire hydrant circles backward. Okay, so same thing we just did, but backward instead of forward. Let's start off on your right leg again, so down on all fours. Okay, so I'm kicking back first, 10 reps each side. So back, rotate around. Kick that leg out wide, start. And kick it back. So just go in opposite direction from what you started with. If you got the directions confused, don't worry about it as long as you're doing it both ways. All right, after that, let's roll through some stretches here. Okay, let's start off on just a hamstring stretch or forward fold. Okay, when you do this one, make sure feet should just be right under your hips. Let's not bend right at your back. Let's keep your back as flat as you can as you go down into that stretch, okay? Going for 20 seconds here. Go ahead. Keep that back pretty flat. Doesn't need to be perfectly flat, but should be feeling into your hamstrings and not your lower back. Just going a 20-second hold here. All right, let's drop down to all fours. Cat camel, we'll go for 30 seconds on this one. I want you guys to breathe in as your belly drops down to the floor into that onto the one position, okay, and exhale as you come up into this top position, okay? So it should feel a little bit of a stretch in your T-spine up at the top, and then go ahead and come through right here. Let's go ahead and start the clock on that one, going 30 seconds. So big breath in, big breath out, in at the bottom, out at the top. Take your time on this one. If you don't feel a stretch in your T-spine up at the top, think about kind of pushing away from the floor with your shoulder blades, okay? A few more seconds here. All right, let's go downward dog for 10 seconds. So get in a straight arm plank position. Okay, so my hands are directly under my shoulders. Back is completely flat. After that, all you're doing is popping your head through. So go ahead and do that. We're going to go for 10 seconds here. All right, next one, let's go an external hip stretch. Okay, so or a pigeon stretch in yoga. Okay, so you'll be in that downward dog position. Pull your left foot up to your right hand. I have to pull my foot up a little bit, and then you got that right leg out straight. If this is too easy, you can kind of lay down into it a little bit more. You can change your chest orientation to left, middle, right, whatever you want to do. Let's go 30 seconds. Clock's rolled. Should feel it in that left hip. A 30-second hold, then we'll switch sides. The more parallel your shin is running with your chest, the better here. If you can't get down in this position, it means you need to be doing a little bit more hip mobility on your own. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. Okay, so right foot up to your left hand. Pull on it a little bit if you need to. Clock's rolling. After this external hip, we'll do another downward dog for 10 seconds. So you guys can roll right into that next. Let's go 10 more seconds. After this, downward dog. All right, relax. Downward dog. Remember, hands right underneath your shoulders. Bring those hips up. Go for a 10-second hold here. All right, next one is called a crescent lunge, okay? Crescent lunge, it's kind of more of just a hip for your quads and hip flexor. So let's get, let's go with left foot forward. So start right here, big lunge back. You want to sit down as low into it as you can, and then your arms are going to be extended overhead. Okay, so start right up here. Okay, big step back, clock's rolling. Hands are up overhead. Should feel it. If your left foot's in front, you should be feeling it in your right hip flexor. If you can't, sit a little bit down lower to the ground. Okay, going 30 seconds here. Just kind of find that spot that's best for you. Keep rolling. Relax. Switch sides, so your right leg is forward, left leg is stepping back. It's going 3, 2, 1, go. Might notice that one side's a little bit tighter than the other. For me, I was a goalkeeper in college and was always kicking with my right leg. So this side's a little bit tighter for me because I wasn't kicking with my left leg. So kind of just things to think about as you're rolling through what you might need to stretch a little bit more on your own. All right, let's hit another downward dog. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, next one's going to be just a step and reach. It's a hamstring stretch. Okay, so let's start left leg forward, stretching out your left hamstrings. So just right here. You can either pull that toe up if you want, or you can keep it flat wherever you feel a little bit more of a stretch. Let's go a 30-second hold here. Left leg forward, stretching your left side. If you guys want, you can kind of rotate that left toe or even your right toe. It'll stretch some different parts of your hamstrings. All right, let's go same thing on the right side. 3, 2, 1, go. Like I said, pull that toe up if you want, or you can keep it flat, kind of up to you. After this, we'll go another downward dog, one more stretch, and then one more downward dog. All right, relax. Let's get down in that downward dog position. 10 seconds. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, then the last stretch here is a half kneeling psoas. Psoas is one of your hip flexor muscles. So let's go left leg in front. So if you see it straight on, it's just going to be right here, off to the side. Left leg still out in front. If you guys want, you can get this arm up overhead. But if your left leg's in front, should be feeling it in the right hip flexors, okay? So 30 seconds on each. If you get a little bit of a reach with that right arm, you might feel it a little bit more in that right side. 30 seconds each side. Let's go 5 more seconds. Switch sides. So right leg forward, left leg back. Go ahead. Finish up on a downward dog, and then I'll show you guys your optional extra work. 10 more seconds. All right, let's hit one more downward dog. Let's go 20 seconds on this one. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. If you guys want to grab some water, grab some water. Let me take you guys through the optional extra work if you want to do it. I wanted to start off the week pretty easy, just getting a little hip, glute activation, a little bit of core work, and then a little bit of stretching on your guys' first day back. But if you want a little bit more stuff, we're going to hit a little bit, mostly lower body stuff today. Okay, so what you guys will need as you're grabbing a drink of water, what you guys will need is some sort of elevated surface for a rear foot elevated split squat. Okay, you'll need some sort of towel, like a hand towel that you dry your hands off after you wash them, or even some sweatpants, just something that's got a little bit of give to it, but not a whole bunch. And those will be the 2 pieces of equipment that you guys need, okay? So what I have here is just a box from our wonderful leaf blower that we got for Christmas. Okay, it's going up to a little more than halfway up to my knee. It doesn't need to be anything big. I'd say nothing taller than up to knee height for you guys, okay? And then I've got just a regular hand towel that we use to wash our hands with, okay? So extra work here. 4 rounds through, except for the core work at the end is just going to be 3 rounds. Okay, so it's a rear foot elevated split squat for 4 sets of 15 each leg. An oxidative towel bent row, 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down for 4 sets of 10. A freestanding squat for 4 sets of 15. And then static abs are 3 seconds of 10 on each. The static abs are a hold, flutter, scissor, bicycle, hold. Okay, so for that rear foot elevated split squat, not putting a ton of pressure into this box, okay, but you're going to put that foot right there, your rear foot is elevated, okay, and then after that, hop out just a little bit. It's 15 on each leg, getting down as low as you can. Okay, so it's going to be 15 on your one leg, whichever one you start with. After that, switch sides. Like I said, you might notice that your hip flexors on one side are a little bit tighter than the other, so you might not have the exact same stance. Okay, so 4 sets of 15 each on that one. After that, the oxidative towel bent row, if you followed the workouts over the summer, you'll know this one. You want to get towel right here, and then it's just going to be hands are at shoulder width apart. So you can kind of actively pull that towel apart. After that, we're getting in our good RDL position. Okay, just right here, good stretch of my hamstrings, back's completely flat. Pull that towel apart as you take 2 seconds to get up to your belly button, 2 seconds back down. That's 1 rep. 2 reps. 3 reps. Obviously, there's no weight associated with it. Pulling it apart the entire time is what creates a little bit of tension. Okay, 4 sets of 10 on that guy. Freestanding squat after that. You guys know what a freestanding squat is. Okay, get set up in your squat stance, usually just a little bit wider than your hips. Toes are generally pointed out just a little bit, and you're hitting full depth on your squats. Okay, remember full depth is hip crease down below the top of your knee. You want to keep your back as flat as you can, chest up tall. If you guys have a hip problem in athletic training, sports med doesn't allow you to go down past parallel, let's do the 15 freestanding squats to about hamstring parallel, okay? So about right there before you come back up. And then let's supplement it with 15 glute bridges, okay? Glute bridges, we should know, just bridge up, squeeze your glutes. Okay, so that is only if you're not allowed to go down below parallel. If you've got healthy hips, healthy knees, and you can get down below there, that's fine. Go ahead and just hit your 4 sets of 15. And then the last movement is static abs. You guys are going to hold for 10 seconds on this one, on every single movement. Okay, so it's starting off hands under your hips, and then you're going to be propped up onto your elbows, okay? So it's a 10-second hold. After the 10-second hold is 10 seconds of flutter kicks. After that, 10 seconds of scissor where you cross them over. 10 seconds of bicycle where you get that bottom leg out completely straight. And then back to a 10-second hold. Okay, so hold, flutter, scissor, bicycle, hold. And just so you guys have this, you can maybe just hit pause on the video. Those are the movements you're doing right there. Okay, hope you guys have enjoyed this workout. Like I said, nothing too bad. I think tomorrow I'll ramp it up just a little bit. Similar ideas, but ramp it up just a little bit for tomorrow's workout, okay?